Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome back again to Recap Kickback presents the I Love New York Kickback here on recapkickback.com. That's right. It's me, your host, Chappell, and I am back to talk to you about another episode in our Flavor of Love cinematic universe, our original rewatch for my lovely guest here, my co-host to all things I Love New York now. It's Chantele Francis. Chantele, welcome back.
Yay! Do you know what I'm realizing that New York really got the luckiest break? Because like me, I'm out here on the streets, like trying to like find a partner. I'm on stupid apps, like I'm going to like singles events, and like she just has a whole bevy of men that are coming to her that she gets to put through whatever she wants to survive from her for her love and affection. And I'm really jealous of her, and I'm like, I'm wondering if I can get this, how I can get the New York treatment, like. Can that be done nowadays? Is it possible? Could I be the next New York and get like a whole franchise around me?
I mean,
The dating
maybe,
franchise.
but I think the issue is that New York was like the first. She was the mother of this whole type of situation, right? Like this isn't the Bachelorette. This is New York's show. You know, it's like if they named the Bachelorette like or the Bachelor like I Love Ari, or something like that. It's like it's not what it's called. It's about you can swap out that person for just anybody. This is New York. You can't swap out this person for anybody. And so like she's able to kind of pave the way for a lot of the dating shows that we get today. And she's still the New York that she was back then. If not, she's probably a even fully formed, better version of that she was back then. But yeah, Chantel, maybe there's space for you to do this because New York walked so that you could fly.
Maybe like I want a show around me. I want people to be sending people my way. I want them to be, trying to vie for my love and affection. And so I mean I love this show. I love watching it, but it also just makes me a little bit jealous. I'm like, I want that too. Well, how
Yeah.
lucky. What's so great.
Yeah, she went through a lot to get to this point, but she has definitely paid her dues. And now we are getting to talk about I Love New York years and years later, and along with our guest here in the live chat. So, yeah, big shout out to all the people who are catching us live here on YouTube, on Instagram. If you heard about us on Reality Realness with three S's, then thank you for joining us. But if you haven't, make sure you go check out Reality Realness with three S's so you can hear Chantel and I talk about other stuff when we're not talking about I Love New York. Because, Chantel, this is your first time watching this show. You've experienced the flavor of love twice now, but now you're in New York's territory. What are your big standout, like I guess what are your big what are the things that you notice the most, the big differences between those two shows as far as like how season 1 and 2 of Flavor of Love is handled and how New York is handling her show?
Well, I think the big difference is the fact that she has her mom there as guidance. Like
Ooh,
we
Sister
were
Patterson.
saying that, like I think I even said at the end of season 1, maybe, that I'm like, I could see her and her mom doing something together. And look at that, like. I am seeing their mom and her together on this season now, and she's in a lot of it. And so I'm thinking, like, oh, I wonder now if it's going to become like a bit of like a combined brand. Like, yes, we have New York, but like, who made New York is this woman, Sister Patterson. So that's something that's very different, that we're not just getting New York on her own, kind of fending against everybody, like all the other women, and just vying for Flavor Flav's love. Now we're kind of seeing her working a little bit in tandem or sometimes against her mom's wishes as she kind of is on her own search for love. So yeah, that's the biggest difference I'm seeing, is that like she's working with and without her mom at times.
One thing I've noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, I'm misreading this, but one thing I've noticed in watching this is that Flavor of Love season 1 and 2, the personalities, it wasn't about Flav.
Mm,
Flav was there, but those women stole the show. Whereas here, I do think New York and Sister Patterson, to an extent, they're the stars. Like these men are here. They have some big personality. We have some wacky moments. But when you think of Flavor of Love, I don't think you think of Flav. Yeah, right? Like if you had to list your
not
favorite
really.
moments from Flavor of Love season 1 and 2, don't they all have to do with Hottie or New York or
Hmm.
Goldie or something or like that or Buck Wild? Like you could just rattle off the names because they were all making great TV moments.
Yes, I definitely have to agree with that. And I may even mention to you, probably in the beginning of this recap, not today, but like this series, is the fact that women tend to be more interesting as contestants, right? Like even the Bachelor seasons where there's just one sole Bachelor, the women make the season interesting. They're the one that are fighting over the men. They're the one that's stealing them for a chat. They're the ones that are throwing champagne on people. Like they're usually the ones that are creating the drama. And so on the other seasons, the men, they don't really fight, like they don't really do anything dramatic in that kind of way. And so that's why I think also it's a lot easier for Sister Patterson and New York to kind of be the headliners here, is because men in general on these type of shows aren't as entertaining as women are. They just aren't.
And so they have an uphill battle to climb here, because season 1 and 2 of Flavor of Love were so massive and great. And so now we have to see if New York is able to bring that same magic to her own show with these hosts of men. Now, New York starts the episode looking down. Look at my girl, looks so pretty. She looks so good.
She looks very cute this episode. Her face is like really like she's very cute.
Yeah, a whole baddie. She's telling the men that like, hey, well, first and foremost, Chamo, New York's personal assistant, goes and gets them in. Okay, she's like, Miss New York is coming outside. So he brings them out, and New York comes down and tells them, hey, we're going to have a beauty pageant for the men, and it's not a pageant, Chantele. It is a mangeant. Have you ever heard of a mangeant before? Did New York make this up?
I think New York made this up.
Yes. Yeah, she made this up. Yeah, like she coins the term. I don't think we still use it. Maybe she's copywritten it, but like, we have the mangeant.
It's mangeant.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it could have maybe been workshopped a little bit longer, but I understand the sentiments. But yeah, I think that we could have found maybe a better title or for this episode.
She wants to see who'll go the extra mile for her to impress her. And so we get a few of the men being like, I'm down. Onyx is ready to win this and impress her. And I think a couple of the others was like, okay, this is my chance to shine, because I haven't really got a lot of one-on-one. I think with Flavor of Love, his thing was when he did the kind of like the census, where he made them each go in front of, like, he blindfolded himself, he got to touch them, he got to taste them, that kind of thing. That's kind of his version of this. Her version is kind of like, no, come showcase yourself and also get into a bikini, because we got to see what you're working with.
Yes. Also, I find that like men in certain like bathing suit, it's just not that attractive. And so that's also, I think, a little bit different with like having the men being the contestants over the women. Like everybody's gonna enjoy seeing a woman in a bikini. Guys are not necessarily that hot in that kind of clothing or lack thereof. And so yeah, I wasn't excited about seeing some of them in a thong.
Yeah, maybe this might be my own bias, but I don't have a ton of pictures of the men like that. I might have done maybe if this was Flavor of Love.
So you got the women in the bikinis.
But yeah,
I think my point is being taken right now, right?
Right. I mean, fair point. We have Miss Alaska, Miss Minnesota, and Miss Michigan here. To USA 2003 for them to come in and kind of be the mentors to the guys and the management, and they have some helpful tools and tricks for them. Okay, so Miss Minnesota tells them dancing is going to be a part of the competition, and it's a bathing suit contest. 12-pack says he has the best style and the best build, and so he should be fine. But she also goes and tells Mr. Boston that you got to follow the three B's: bulge, booty, and build. Mr. Boston says that should work for him. He's got all of the things.
See, this just does not look great, because men usually like look at his thighs, they don't get tanned. Like, this guy has zero ass whatsoever. These little legs, like, it's just not all around attractive for me. But he's confident in his package until he realized that it might have been stretched out by somebody else or something. What was he saying about that?
Yeah, he couldn't figure out where to put his junk, in the front. He's like, it's kind of falling out. I think Onyx even reaches over to kind of help him get situated a little bit. Like, hey, just, I think anybody's trying to cover up what Mr. Boston has. He's like, I got the bulge. No, make no mistake. But this just isn't fitting for some reason. He says maybe somebody with a huge dick might have already stretched it out, and so he goes and tries another one. Now, what up, Tim is in the chat saying he has to apologize because maybe it was him who wore that original Speedo. What up, Tim? Please. So yeah, they all have to go and get pretty for this. They have to do a little manscaping. We see Tiwi getting waxed. Chantal, I've never been waxed before. And I think it's because of stuff like this. I've seen this on too many shows where a man is getting waxed and screaming, and it just doesn't look pleasant.
Really, never.
Not a wax. I'm not out here throwing bush, but I keep it tight, but I ain't letting nobody rip my hair off my chest. Ain't none of that.
Okay. What do you use, like nair?
Just shave. You can shave it down. Maybe
what do you
trim.
get, like bumps?
No, like you know what you're doing. You don't get bumps. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, like I'm a full waxing girly. I don't even own a razor. Just saying.
I think some of these men might have needed it. We saw some hair growing in some very some interesting places that I'm sure we're going to talk about in just a minute. They have to walk and work on their confidence and their walking. They're preparing for the dancing. White Boy is one of the ones who is really standing out in this episode and being like, hey, I can do this. I'm going to be myself. You're not gonna catch me in one of those thongs or Speedos, but I think I can win this. I think this is a breakout episode for White Boy. Did you enjoy him in this episode?
I liked White Boy this episode. He started to catch my heart a little bit. He's kind of like a silent type, but he has some confidence there. I think that New York likes him, and so he is starting to emerge, in my opinion, as like a contender for sure, at least for the end game.
Oh, for the end game already. Okay. Early.
I don't know. Like there's something he shone a little bit this episode.
Okay. So we have our Mangeant judges here, Sister Patterson, New York, and Chamo.
How happy they all are, actually. Sister Patterson was enjoying this quite a bit.
She was. How happy were you to see our girl was back? Because we kind of questioned whether or not we would be able to see her every episode.
Yeah. I mean, I think the producers know that this dynamic is star power, or at least controversial. Like they want people to watch the train wreck, you know what I mean? Or like the wow, it's outrageous. Like they want that, and Sister Patterson does deliver like on a different level than New York does. So I'm expecting her to be back quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see her come back. I really I didn't know that she was back for like the episode immediately after. Like like I said, I know Flavor of Love season 1 and 2 front to back. I can tell you the boot order in my sleep, but this one I'm not as familiar with. Like I watched it a bunch of times, but I couldn't tell you if Sister Patterson was always there, and so I was very happy to have her back as like like you said, like kind of like the foil to New York, right? Like if you let New York do whatever she wants, it'll be a mess. But you let Sister Patterson come in and kind of like do some pull and push between the two of them. That dynamic is really where the money is, I think.
Well, absolutely. And I think that they also realize that you do need the women making the drama. She needs somebody to work against, or like work with. Like she needs someone to play around with that's not just the men. And so I think Sister Patterson is perfect for that. Now, I think next, so we need to see some of New York's friends or something. Like, are we going to meet anybody else that knows New York? I feel like more women need to come in.
We shall see. Maybe even the women from Flavor of Love. Maybe we get the return of somebody that may or may not have been friends with New York. Who we shall see. The Queen in the chat put they lucked up finding New York and her mother, and that is crazy because it's so true. Like getting New York, she's like an all-time reality TV character. And Sister Patterson is down. She's down for whatever too. Like her dad is such a non-factor. This wouldn't work if New York was like raised by her dad. Let's say she was the same exact person, but her mom just refused to come on the show. I don't think we get the same energy with like, because her dad's not pushing back like that. He's just gonna let her do what she's doing. He's just so chill. Like even like Hoops and her mom. Hoops' mom was so chill. Delicious's mom, she's so nice. Nice lady, don't want to, but Sister Patterson is a character. So it's kind of like you got two characters back to back.
Well, I think also it's like everybody else is probably like, okay, like I don't want to do anything wrong. The cameras, this and that, like on their best behavior. And Sister Patterson just does not give any Fs. Like she doesn't care. She doesn't care about like saying things that might be controversial, rude, unpleasant. Like she doesn't care. She will say what she feels in the moment. And I think that that is why she's able to take this role, right? Is because like you don't know what you're going to get with her. She's not going to be reserved and kind of standoffish and like not want to say anything because she doesn't want to get anybody mad. She doesn't care.
She doesn't
That's
care
TV
at
gold,
all.
to be honest.
Exactly. Our host here of the Mangeant is Big Boy. This really ages this show a lot because Big Boy was such a big deal, no pun intended, in like this era right around like 2007, 2008, like basically anywhere between 2004 and probably like 2012, 2015. I would say like that's like the heyday of this man. He was doing voiceover work for cartoons. He was hosting shows. He was on Entourage. He was everywhere. Do you remember Big Boy?
I just remember the name, but I don't
Boy.
remember. Give me more.
I say that's all he did. That was his announcement. They go, Big Boy.
Like that sounds familiar. I feel like can you just name off like a couple things that he's hosted or whatever, just so I can just be like, ding, I can remember.
Well, he was actually in a few movies. He was in Malibu's Most Wanted, Soul Plan, The Longest Yard, The Players Club. I think he was in Charlie's Angels, one of the two of them. I know he was the voice of. I want to say, did he do the Wizard Kelly voice in the Proud Family movie? Maybe. Like he was just everywhere. He was one of those people that was just very like synonymous with hip hop. I guess like the closest approximate I would say like these days, like you probably have like. I don't really know if we have a person who fits the big boy role, right? Where almost like he's like you know how we brought in Lala to do last season? I think he's kind of like almost like the male equivalent of Lala at the time. Okay. I would say Big Boy is probably bigger than Lala at that time. Lala massively bigger than Big Boy now. I mean, yeah, like as far as like celebrity goes, but yeah, I think at the time he was that guy. He was one of the it people around town.
No, I definitely remember the name. You know what I mean? I can't place all the things that I remember seeing him in, but I do like when you say that though, like I do, it does take me back to those days, you know? That was a long time ago.
So we get the guys. And did you have any that were a standout to you, Chantele, of the guys during that pageant? Because there was a lot going on.
I think that Rico, I think his body was better than I was expecting it to be. I was like, okay, Rico Suave over here. I was shocked by like how nice of a body that he ended up having. So he was a standout in that way because I was like, didn't expect him to be like so jacked in like a nice way. Who else? Who was it that Sinister Patterson thought was really hot? He became more attractive this episode too.
Sister Patterson was into tea-weed until she saw she said it looks like some type of green fungus growing from down here. It's called hair. Sister Patterson is right there on his thigh. She was not loving it at all. Sister Patterson got the ick in real time. We watched it happen. He's out there dancing and she's like, you could just see the look on her face. She was not down for the mossy green fungus between his legs.
Okay, well, I'm not looking at the mossy green fungus, but everything else, I think it was like it just looks so like it looked good. So I wasn't focusing on the mossy green thighs.
New York's one of New York's favorites, Chance. She is like flipping out. She's like, he came out like a straight up thug. She loves her some Chance.
She loves her Chance, her thugs, her bad boys. Like he's too skinny for me, but like he was cute. I could see him winning her over a little bit.
And another person who had a standout moment, I would say, in this Mangeant is Romance. Romance got up there and he did his dance. Look at him, Chantele.
The dance was so horrifying. Like I just don't understand how you can have no rhythm and you're not like a child still. You know what I mean? Like children are learning how to move their body or whatever. And so like there might not be that, how that's any swag. I get it. But like he's a grown man. Like why does he dance that poorly?
Why do you move
I just
like
don't get
that?
it. Yeah, why does your body move like that? Why does it have to look so awkward?
Yeah, he says he's gonna win this. He's going above and beyond the rest, and he's gonna take it all. Now,
so unattractive. That's okay. It's one of my deal breakers. Okay, like you kind of have to
Bad
be able to
dancing.
dance or like have at least some like vibe, right?
Yeah.
Because it would have been
Mr.
chop.
Roybart points out that all his rhythm was with the dog, and we can talk about that a little bit later. So we get our top 5 guys here. As far as New York is concerned, we have White Boy, Onyx, 12 Pack, Romance, and Real. Were you surprised by any of them in the top 5?
I thought that there would be more black people than white people, or like not black. So that did surprise me. I thought that maybe her mom didn't want what's his name to be up there. But yeah, I
She
just
shot
was
Pee-wee
surprised.
down for sure. Like
But yeah, I just
Pee-wee
think there's
wouldn't get up there.
no. You don't think there's a
Not
chance
after
that you can?
Sister Patterson she was disgusted. She learned she wanted to vomit.
So but white boy, I think he's making a surgeons. Onyx, yeah, he's very, very attractive. Who's the next person?
Romance. You weren't surprised to see Romance in the top 5?
Yeah, I am. I forgot. Yes, because like, is it just because he's so bad?
I said he was going for it. He was giving it his all. You know my stance. Romance is a paid actor. He has no business being here.
And the next is what 12 pack or whatever.
That's
and then,
12 Pack and then Real.
Wait, why not Chance? I guess her mom shot down Chance.
There's
right?
no way. There's no way she was getting Sister Patterson was gonna let Chance win that. I mean, I don't know. But what about 12 Pack and Real? Any strong feelings about either of them?
12 pack, like he gives me he's like a major ick for me for sure. But I guess he has a nice body. I guess.
She's like, I guess.
I mean, I don't find he has a good personality. Really, he just talks about his body for the most part.
So they have to do some question and answers. Rio is asked the question, what is your position on premarital sex? And he says, God says no sex before marriage, and that's what I believe. Sister Patterson is like, I love that. This man has values, and I appreciate that. And New York is like, I need sex.
Like, she's not saying this in front of her mom, though.
No, in confessional, she's like, hey, I need. She's like, that's all fine and that's all fun and games.
To try before I buy it or something like that.
it's giving boots a little bit.
Wait, I'm wondering though, do you think that he actually means this, or he's just saying that because he knows Sister Patterson's there and like would enjoy that answer?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe it comes up later on in the season. Who knows? White Boy is asked the question, if you can live the life of anyone else, who would it be and why? He says, Michael Jordan. He's come a long way. He's made a lot of moves. He's got his hands on a lot of stuff. He's an entrepreneurial spirit. And New York says, it's a good thing that White Boy wants to live his life as a powerful black man. She likes that.
I don't mind it. I think it's pretty strategic answer. Like, who's going to be like, oh, that's a horrible person to look up to? Like, he's great. So, good answer. He knows basketball.
Chamo asked the question, if I was a car, how would you drive me? And Onyx responds, I would drive the car fast and long, pedal to the metal, and as hard as possible. New York found this response very interesting because she would like for him to say, I want to get far away from any car that Chamo is in as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if he was going to be using all these like innuendos, like she would prefer he was talking to her about them than to Chamo. So I can understand her sentiment being like, hey, like you're supposed to be courting me. You're not supposed to be trying to turn on Chamo. But Chamo has a vote here, I'm sure. So I can see why he wants to like, make him feel a certain type of way. Because he's all like,
yeah,
Chamo.
Chamo was loving it. He was. New York would not so much, but she does end up kind of like you said, she kind of gives him the benefit of the doubt with that one. 12 Pack's question is, who do you look up to? Who are your role models? And he says his father is his role model. New York was impressed, but Sister Patterson says, I don't like him. He has a wide neck. His neck is thicker than one of my thighs. He's such a loser.
She's so mean.
Had nothing to do with the question, nothing to do with the role models. He's got a wide neck.
Well, I mean, maybe she's meaning though that he's just seems like a gym rat, right? Like maybe just like focusing on his body and like pumping iron. And he's not really that deep, So maybe that's what she means by wide neck. He's just kind of a simple bodybuilder
with a wide neck that's thicker than her thighs. Wide neck. So our winner here is, well, I guess I could do the placements here. So coming in fifth place, I believe, getting absolutely nothing was Romance. I mean, I lied. I think Real came in fifth place, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we didn't talk about Romance's question. They asked what was his biggest disappointment, and he said he didn't like growing up seeing his family struggle, his mom struggle. And New York says, "I'm sick of the sob stories. She's over it."
Well, like he kind of came in with like the bit of a sob story about his dog, and like I can understand her being like, okay, like enough. Like I want kind of happy things. I don't want to just be like, it's okay, it'll be okay. Like I can understand that. Not to say that she's not being like kind and like compassionate, but
he been crying a lot. He been crying a lot. I would say that the man been crying since he got in there, and I just paid actor. So the top three, Onyx comes in third place. 12 pack gets second place, and he gets some of New York's panties to hang over his bed, along with a photo of her. And the winner of the first ever Mangeant was White Boy. And he's loving this. White Boy gets crowned, he gets his confetti, and he thinks this is a very good thing for him because now the three of them get to go on a date with New York, and he's gonna get some alone time and try to make his move and really show her that he's here for her.
I like it. I've been won over by White Boy. I think he's cute and he says the right answers. He's not too much like trying to win her over. Like he's doing it just right so far. So yeah, I think that she's starting to like him too. I'm in.
After the pageant or the Mangeant, the guys are all hanging out outside. They're kind of doing like almost like a little mixer that night, and Trends is passing out his CDs. He brought 30 CDs to give out to people. He's giving them to the beauty pageant, the beauty queens, and Real thinks this is messed up. He's like, I don't like this at all. And Pootie is like, I'm going to make sure that she knows that he's not here for New York. What do you think about Trends bringing his CDs to pass out to the contestants?
Well, I hated it with what's her name, right? Crazy, right? Did she?
Yeah, Crazy wasn't passing hers out. I think she had where she was definitely talking about it. She played it for Flav. I think Sirius in season 1 had her model portfolio as well. So this is not new territory. But how do you feel about this coming from Trends?
It's not a good look, especially than having like 30, right? Like maybe having one and being like, just I brought it just in case someone wanted to hear it. Maybe it still looks a little bit bad. It looks like you're being an opportunist. Now it does depend on what the producers said, because like I wouldn't be surprised if the producers knew that they're going to create drama. It's like, sure, bring your CD. Maybe you can play it, distribute it. Like I can see him being egged on to maybe do that. But I just like, if you're coming on a dating show and then you're bringing anything to do with your career, it just looks like you're there for the wrong reasons.
Absolutely. And these guys are not having it. They are immediately going to shut this down. Unfortunately, there's some other stuff going on. And so it's not going to get the attention it needs directly. Oh, one other thing. New York has brought her dog, Your Majesty, to hang out with the guys. And it's like a tiny poodle. Those were very in at that time. And of course, Romance is in love with the dog.
Of course, Romance gets... How long ago did Romance's dog die?
I don't think it was long. I can't remember what the time frame was, but it was something in the last year or something like that. Like in the last year or so, it fell down the stairs and broke its neck.
Oh, that's awful.
2 weeks. Mr. Roybot says so. Yeah, just before the show, fresh.
I mean, okay, when my cat died, it was very, very traumatic, and like I was boohoo crying for sure. So I understand being emotionally connected to a pet, and maybe 2 weeks after, I'd still be crying for sure. I don't know if I would go on the show though. So your paid actor thing maybe lands a little bit better, because like I wouldn't be able to go on a show, I don't think, after so soon after. It is really sweet though that he's bonding with this new dog though.
Yeah, and they are definitely judging him. Like there's moments like where Chance is yelling across the way, like, "Hey, bro, get away from that dog. You're not supposed to be dating the dog." He said, yeah, I think he said stop raping that dog. Chance, with being a man of many words, I guess I'd say. But New York is busy because someone who's not worried about the dog, it's Rico. Rico has decided to pull New York to the side. He's asking her like, "Hey, I didn't win the Mangeant. What's up? Like, you not feeling me?" And she's like, "What are you talking about? You had the moves, you had the eye contact." She enjoyed him so much, so she lets him escort her to her bedroom for her to put up her swimsuit. And he's talking about how her eyes are wandering, his eyes are wandering. There's some chemistry there after the Mangeant.
Yeah, and now did she get naked in front of him?
I think she did. She kind of did. She kind of did. Like not completely, I don't think, but she did like to like cover her up while she puts it on. You know, like she's showing a little bit of skin, but I don't think she got completely like full on naked. I know, right?
And they're in like a hot tub, and she's in a bikini, and I was like, okay.
He's come a long way since episode 1, calling her Negrita.
I forgot about that. Yeah, no, he's definitely coming. He's come around for sure.
And so they end up in a hot tub and they're vibing and they're flirting and she's loving it. And
she likes wrapping her legs around him for sure.
Yeah, great episode for Rico. She says that yeah, she was really starting to feel him, but before they could get into their alone time too much, Pootie shows up and talks about Trends passing out his CD. Pootie airs him out right in front of New York. She's like, okay, well, go get Trends. And they have the conversation. And Trends' argument is that, you know, I rap. The first thing I said to you was I was a rapper. They called me Trends. And I even rapped my introduction to you. So this is not something new. I was straight up about it. And, you know, I thought I'd bring some CDs and make some friends and maybe pass it out. In confessional, he tells us, Chantele, yeah, I came here to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I came here to meet a hot chick and potentially have sex with her and then promote my music. It doesn't really sound like he's here for love.
Not here for love. Not here for love. He's here for some publicity to, you know, as you said, pass out his CD, make some friends and connections, get laid potentially. So yeah, he's not here for the love.
I stole this line from New York in this moment. She said it in that confessional, and I'll never forget it. She said, "This crispy nigga," and I've probably been saying that since I was like, I've been saying, I forgot where I got it from. I knew I got it from New York, but I forgot it was this moment. She was like, I know he's here to promote his music, but again, he's upfront about it, and so she doesn't know if it's like, okay, he does music. Like we know Chance is a rapper. We know that Real is a rapper. They have a rap group. They did not bring their CDs though, you know, and I think that's the difference that Real is trying to push forward is like, hey, I'm established. I don't have to use this show to promote myself. Whereas it does feel like Trends is here to promote himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is using this as a jumping off point for his career for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know how that worked out for Trends as a rapper, but maybe
so you don't have a CD. What's going on?
I don't have the CD. Crazy.
I thought you were gonna play me something for him.
Oh no, I have been looking for Crazy's mixtape though online for Nevaeh's mixtape, and I have not found it yet. So
ask ChatGPT, baby.
Yeah, it's like let's start or simulate what you think a Crazy and Trends song, Crazy featuring Trends would sound like.
Ooh.
Think about the words you
say. Think about the words you say.
Yeah, it's crazy. Justice for Nevaeh. She out there. Okay. So the next day, the guys have to go on their dates, and New York is very Flav coded. You know, there was moments in Flavor of Love season 1 and 2 where I was like, she loves this man, but I can't really tell if they have anything in common or if it's just like a physical attraction. But watching her basically just dedicate her entire date with White Boy to her food, like she's eating them cucumbers, and it definitely reminds me of Flav eating while those women were trying to have that date with him, and he's just like even his mom is just like locked in. Neither one of them is paying attention. They're just like devouring food while people are trying to flirt with them.
Now, do you think it's because she feels so comfortable with him that she just like she's willing to eat? Because usually on these shows, people don't eat ever. So like the fact that like they are eating during these times is just, I don't know. It's conspicuous. I don't know.
Look at
So
Look at the charcuterie board. Like it looks like it's supposed to be like diced foods and meats and stuff like that. And it looks like a whole ass roll of crackers, like big ass pieces of pineapple. She came up there to eat. So yeah, maybe she does feel like, okay, if he can't handle me munching down on some food, then maybe they're not gonna work out.
would I eat in front of it? I mean, I love going out for food, so I don't know if I'd be eating as much as she did, but I would eat on the date.
So one of the things that has come out recently is that Romance does not like 12 pack. He says 12 pack is here for the wrong reasons. He says 12 pack has a girlfriend and she told him he could come on this show and date New York, and it's not fair that he can do that, and so he's going to air it out. So he does end up going to New York and telling her all of this,
She's
and
so cute.
yeah, and she's so hurt by this, obviously. Like she doesn't love this idea because she has been left at the altar twice, essentially. You know, open the same wound, Flav, the same wound. So now she's suspicious of 12 pack. But to me, this completely reads like Romance is lying. Like 12 pack looks confused at the assertion. He doesn't look offended. He looks more like, are you serious?
I couldn't tell. Like it's just like a complete blatant lie. That's so psycho.
I think paid actor.
Like, paid actor.
Paid actor.
Well, okay, I guess if it's a paid actor, but like, because okay, I don't know if I told you this, but I had a friend that was on the Canadian version of The Bachelor.
Okay.
And the producers do prompt them to do certain things. So whether it's like, hey, go and talk to him while like go interrupt a date now, like they'll tell you when to go do that. And so it was his birthday and they made her get into like a cake. And she's like, I don't want to do that. She's like, well, you have to do that. So she got into like a cake that they rolled out and she had to be like, happy birthday, and like interrupt a date. But she didn't bring the cake. It wasn't her idea. And so I wouldn't be surprised, especially if he's a paid actor, if the producers was like, okay, like go make up something about somebody and like cause some friction.
Oh yeah. And New York goes directly to 12 pack with the questions. She's like, okay, if this happened, then what's up? You know, is this true? Is this not true? And 12 pack's like, I'm telling the truth, but I can tell you don't believe me. He's like, if you gotta eliminate me, then go ahead and do it. And she's like, oh, so you're trying to self-eliminate? Are you trying to self-eliminate because you know you're lying? You know, because you know it's true that you did this? He's like, no, I just mean like you're looking at me like you don't believe me, and he's completely made this up. There's like I can't change your mind. If you don't want to believe me, you're just not gonna believe me. So she knows that at this point she has to get to the bottom of it, and so she's going to get them together. And this was very awkward, right? You got 12 pack just kind of sitting there stoically listening to Romance's story while Romance is getting so riled up. It's like, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. What you gonna do? Like, he's so angry about this in this moment. And like I said, 12 pack just looks almost unmoved that any of this is happening. Like, I think he thinks Romance is a joke.
Well, he's really skinny and he can't dance at all. And I just feel like he just doesn't feel like a threat, right? Like, not that I think that 12 pack is going to be a great fighter, but he has size, he has mass. And so, like, one punch is going to probably send Skinny Man flying. So, yeah, Romance, he probably has a lot of bark, but he definitely doesn't have any bite.
But New York should believe Romance. He said we cried together last night. And then we get a flashback of Romance crying with the dog and New York in the hot tub with Rico. I don't think New York and Romance ever cried together.
Yeah, no, I was trying to think of when, like maybe in the beginning about his dog. Maybe she's like, no. That's okay.
Right. No, it never happened. Again, paid actor. So they end up, she does her date at the pier with the guys, very much fun and games. Like I said, we had the Ferris wheel with White Boy. Onyx is there with 12 pack. They're playing the games. Everything's going good, but New York does want to get to the bottom of this. She tells White Boy, I think, she's like, hey, my mom thinks you're a smooth talker. And White Boy's like, I don't think that's the case. Like, I think your mom is just protective of you, for what has happened. But he's there for her interior, not her exterior. And he doesn't care if she eats a lot. He don't care if she gains 400 pounds. He's down for whatever.
Oh, did you see also like how he like
Dabbed her
wipes,
mouth.
just dabs her mouth. Just so delicately. I was like, okay, he's being considerate here.
Mhm.
Would you actually be interested in her when she was 400 pounds? I don't know, but in everything else, maybe he is a smooth talker because I'm like, sold, love you.
So back at home, after she confronts the guys, they kind of do get into an argument. I wanted to bring up this picture again because they get into this big argument where 12 pack is like trying to like get in. I mean, Romance is getting in 12 pack's face, but then by the end of it, he's like, "All right, game over," like, and goes over there just to shake his hand. That's why I was like, paid actor. Because why were you riled up? 12 pack has not his facial expression has not changed his entire time. Like he's looking at him as like he doesn't even understand who this person is. He even kind of spits at him a little bit. He's drinking the wine, he like spits it on like toward his shoes, but Romance like dodges it.
Yeah, I think that 12 pack just doesn't get what's going on with Romance. And he probably is skeptical of this like handshake. Like, what are you doing?
It's a trap. Right.
Yeah, trap. It's trap.
Yeah. New York will gather the guys, and she's like, very teary-eyed, but you can tell she feels this a lot. She's like, if y'all got anything to tell me, please tell me, because I've been hurt before. Y'all watch me get hurt on TV twice, and I'm not here for that. I don't want to get hurt again. And so I hated seeing New York like this. But Chantele, I have to ask, do you think New York is going to get hurt again, or will she be doing the hurting, or is she going to end happily ever after? How does this season go?
Well, only because in the search for these episodes, I believe there's a season 2. So that leads me to believe that she doesn't necessarily find love this season, or she finds love, but it falls apart. So I just don't think that she's going to end up for long term with whoever she chooses, or if anyone at all.
Okay, so that's most of the episode, but we still have to do our tier list here. And yeah, so this is how we left it last week. We have our 4 tiers in the motherfucking house, feeling it by Pumpkin, and time is up. Now, in this episode, you have flagged a few people as like our standouts here. We have White Boy, who was in the feeling it tier. I think you talked about Rico, T-Weed as some standouts, because we're gonna get our eliminations and we have to start putting these people into their spots. So we see Sister Patterson in New York deliberate a little bit. New York says she likes T-Weed, but Sister Patterson like, I can't get over the green moss. 12 pack might have a girlfriend. Romance, mom says she's psycho, but that's I paid actor. And Sister Patterson says Pootie's butt is too big. He has the butt of a woman, and if you were both walking away from her wearing jeans, she wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So random feedback.
His butt was that big. Like, wasn't that juicy?
she said it was too much. It was too much for her. We also had the moment where Token is talking to New York, and she says, okay, Token, I don't really know if you like me or not. You don't really go the extra mile. Kiss me right now. And he gives her the smallest peck on the cheek, Chantele. New York dies laughing at this. Like, she's howling laughing at this. But Token's response is, I don't want to kiss you, and you've been kissing on all these other dudes. Is his response valid, Chantele?
His response is of somebody that is not really that into her, but wants to have a good reason to not kiss her. I think that she's picking up on the fact that he's just not that into her. And even when he originally responded, he kind of had that smile of like, it's like, oh yeah, like, yeah, I don't believe him.
Trends also talks to New York one more time about his CDs. She's like, okay, listen, I understand bringing one CD, but 30 CDs. He's like, but I thought I was gonna meet 30 friends. 30 friends to give my CDs to. He says he's the best thing that ever graced that castle. I believe he said, I ain't going home because I'm the shit. I'm the best thing to ever grace this castle. And New York says maybe he's an opportunist. So when it's time for elimination, I am not shocked at who's going to go here. First up at the top of our pyramid is White Boy. Chantele, on our tier list. You have him in our second tier. Where would you like to put White Boy now?
Let's put him to the top, baby, in the motherfucking
To the top.
house.
In the motherfucking house. Look at White Boy coming for that number one spot. Okay. Next up we have White Boy says his individuality is important and he likes that New York can see that, and so he thinks he's going to be the last one standing. Next up, Real gets the second clock. Real clock, the second chain. Real is in feeling it. Do you want to leave Real here? You want to move up?
I'll leave him there for now, because like, as much as like he did well in the whole talent show thing, I just don't really see it. Like, I haven't really seen them interact that much, so I don't know how much she's feeling it, but I don't think he's in the motherfucking house, you know?
Oh, okay. Next up, also in the feeling it category, is T-Weed. Where do you want to put T-Weed? I mean, he did have a fungus thing going on, but New York doesn't seem to mind that.
Yeah, I wish I liked his hair, but like his body was surprisingly quite nice. Maybe Sister Patterson knows something, or she could see something through those clothes. Let's leave him around there for now. I feel like some people around him might move a bit, but we can leave him in feeling it for now. Yeah.
All right. Next up, somebody who has come so far from calling her Negrita, Rico.
Let's put Rico cut up in the motherfucking house.
In the motherfucking house.
Well, because like he got some alone time when like he didn't win like the date alone time at the amusement park, but got to have her in a hot tub, like half naked, going to the room and change with her. Like, he got some alone time, and so I think he's doing well.
All right. Next up, Mr. Boston. Toward the top of New York's pyramid. Now, he was in the motherfucking house after episode 1. How do you feel about him after episode 2?
We could bring him down, maybe beside T-Weed.
All right. Maybe beside T-Weed. Under T-Weed or above?
That way, yeah.
Okay. All right. Mr. Boston says he's excited and he could throw on that thong again for New York if that's what she likes.
Who was it? Him that she kissed when they're giving out the claws, or was that someone else?
No, it wasn't him. Yeah.
Okay.
So next up, Tango. We had Tango in our number one spot. I think that was a personal preference of yours last round. Where do you want to put him in this
episode? I don't
even
remember him this episode.
Yeah.
So maybe put him beside Mr. Boston.
All right. Bringing him down. I still
think he's very handsome, but he on the other side though. Yeah.
In front of Mr. Boston. Gotcha. Okay.
No. Sorry, you're correct. So behind him. Yes, correct. Yeah,
all right. Gotcha. All right, we'll move him back here. All right, next up, Heat. Somebody we barely even spoke about. He was at the bottom of Buy Pumpkin.
Did we see him this episode?
Not really. He was in it, but he didn't have a lot of moments. He was. We saw him, a little glimpse of him in the talent show. He danced a little bit, but he didn't stand out as one of the front runners.
You could put him ahead of Romance here.
Okay. Oh yeah, Romance is not going to stay there no way. So Romance's time is up. So that makes no mistake. Okay. Next up, the guy with the butt like a woman is Pootie.
Now Pootie,
he's our manservant.
Because like he did go and like he tattled a little bit.
He did tattle,
but like New York wanted that.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I don't know if she likes him though.
Okay,
maybe you leave him where he is for now. We might drop him down to Buy Pumpkin at the front, but right there is fine for now.
All right. And after Pootie, we have Bones, her bag of bones down here in Buy Pumpkin. Do you think we should move Bones up?
We can move Bones ahead of Heat. But he's so skinny. His not great.
All right. We haven't talked about Chance, who's in the motherfucking house as of last episode, but does Chance stay in the motherfucking house for you?
She likes him.
She does.
I think he can stay there for now, but I can be convinced otherwise. You know what I mean? But like, she does like him. But her mom really doesn't like him.
She doesn't. But does that make New York want to like him even more?
Yeah, I think so. I do.
All right. So where should we put him? Do we leave him right here, third in the motherfucking house?
I do think she likes him, like equal to those other two guys. So.
All right, and then we have Onyx, who is in feeling it. He got his date today in the carnival.
Yeah, okay. I think he can go up in the motherfucking house beside Chance.
All right, in the motherfucking house today. All right, and so let's talk about the people who. Oh, in our last clock, I'm sorry, our last chain goes to 12 pack. 12 pack does say something very interesting in this moment. He says, "I wouldn't mind looking at Romance's skinny little ass a little longer, so I can pound him down when no one's looking." Interesting comment, but like he just, I think he's just sick of romance and stuff. But where do you want to put 12 pack? He did get to go on his date today to the carnival. He did well in the Mangeant.
I guess maybe put him between Tango and Pootie, and maybe drop Pootie to in front of by Pumpkin, maybe.
All right, so we'll put Pootie down to buy Pumpkin, and that means our eliminated contestants are these last few guys. And New York, very kind of rudely says, "Y'all ain't moving fast enough. Get out of my house." She says, "You were here for your demo." She was talking about trends. She says, "You weren't feeling me." She was talking about token.
Facts.
And you need Prozac. She was talking about romance.
Well, he's crying quite a bit for just to be coming on a show, you know, like obviously grieve how you need to grieve, but it would be a lot coming onto a show and being that upset still.
Yeah. So that's it. That is the entire house as we see it right now. Our front runner right now is White Boy. Do you want to? I think last episode you predicted that Tango could take it all. Do you still stand by that? Are you ready to switch your vote to White Boy? Or are you thinking that Tango is going to make a resurgence?
I don't even remember who Tango. Oh, him. I think right now White Boy is a stronger contender. He seems to be getting more screen time, more dates, like saying the right things in confessional. Sister Patterson thinks that he, you know, he's a smooth talker, which he might be, but smooth talkers might also get to the end. So I don't know that much about Tango. I didn't learn more about him this episode. I don't even remember him in the Mangeant. So
yeah, Purple Tango.
So right now I'm switching my vote to White Boy being a real contender.
All right. And we will talk about the rest of those contenders next week, Chantele, when we come back to do this again live. Huh? Oh, are we doing? We're going to double up this week?
You want to do Friday? Just get back on track.
Let's get back on track. So this might be a special 2-week episode, 2-episode week for us, a recap kickback as we talk about the next episodes of I Love New York. But Chantele, until we come back, tell everybody where they can find you, what you're working on.
You know, you can find me at ShanFredFred on Instagram or at Reality Realness with 3S on Instagram. And also Reality Realness on YouTube. What am I covering right now? Am I just talking to you about the traders? I think that's it right now.
About the traders. House of Villains is coming this next week. So prep for that, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then but before the end of the month, Survivor's coming. So you got things coming for sure.
Yeah. Are we talking about Survivor on your channel? What are we doing?
We can talk about it on your channel. I don't care.
Or we could do both. We could do back and forth, maybe. I don't know.
Whatever you want to do. We're a collaborative effort here on Reality Realness Kickback.
We'll see. What do you guys want us to cover? Should we cover some stuff? I don't know.
Let us know. Hop in the comments here on youtube.com/@recapkickback and hop in the comments and let us know if there's something else that you want Chantele and I to talk about as we are making our way through I Love New York. I think we can make time for some other stuff too. But yeah, I'm down for whatever.
Okay, we'll figure something out. But yeah, right now it's just the traders, me and you. So
yes, yes, and then of course, like I said, we got a lot of coverage over here. Welcome to Derry, Abbott Elementary, Survivor Marquesas, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. You name it, we're doing it all here on Recap Kickback. But the only way to stay abreast of what we got going on is to subscribe. RecapKickback.com/subscribe. Go to our Facebook page, RecapKickback.com/Facebook. All right, but that's it. Chantele, the kickback is over. Before me and Chantele, y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. We'll talk to y'all next time. Peace. I've been trapped behind isolated like it's North Korea. Smaller city with some bigger dreams. The wall is cracked, I'm looking in between it. The world is yours, but man, I got to see it. They say it's hard, but man, I got to see it. The air I'm breathing can't feel my chest. Wait on life, I want to hold my breath. I'm going to get in my goddamn self.